Hi, my name is Matt Alexis Cudilla and I'm going to make a video on how to configure DNS server on Windows Server 2012. So let's start the configuration. Alright, so we already here in the server manager. So in order for us to add the DNS server, we have to select on manage on the upper right hand corner of the window, and then select on add rules and features. So here this is the add rules features wizard. So select on the next button, and then select on the first button, which is rule based and or feature based installation, and then next, and then select the server. Here it is already selected, which is server.adoc.com. So server.adoc.com, we already or I already configured it a few days ago about on the domain server. So we need to select on the next button. Then here, since we already added the Active Directory domain services, the DHCP, so we have to check the DNS server, since we already since this is the server that we need to configure. So this you have to select add features. Here the server validation results, so this is a server, and then select on continue, and then select the next button, and then next, and then this is the domain, or this is the window where uh, uh, focuses on the what the DNS server does. So select on the next button, and then check the restart the destination server automatically, and if it is required, select yes, and then install. So in a few minutes the installation will be complete. So I'll be back I'll be right back after a few minutes. Alright, so the installation process is successful. So select on the closed button. So here the DNS server is already added. So in order for us to configure the DNS server, we need to select the tools on the upper right hand corner of the window, uh, and then select on DNS. Once you selected the DNS, you will be prompted on the DNS manager. So here you will see the forward lookup zone, the reverse lookup zone, trust points, conditional forwarders, and global logs. So for us, in order to continue with the configuration, we have to configure first the forward lookup zones. So in order for us to configure the forward lookup zones, we need to right click on forward lookup zones, and then select on the new zone, and here you will be prompted on the new zone wizard. Select on next, and then select what type of zone that you are going to create. So select on the first button, which is the primary zone, then select next. Since you already created the domain name of this server, you will be prompted on the um, default uh, button, which is to all DNS servers running on domain controllers in this domain educ.com, and then you have to select next. And then here you will be prompted what name, or what is the name of your zone. So for example, this is just for example, we have to select um, name, or we have to type name.com. So once you already type your name, zone name, you have to select next button, and then allow the secure dynamic, which is the default button, and then select on finish. Here you will see the forward lookup zones. So this one is the one that we already created here, that one. So in order for us to continue with the configuration, we need to right click and then select on the new host, and then name of your host, or the host name. Let's for example sample, or um, let's see, uh, sim. Alright, and the, or let's say mats, that one. So we'll need to input the IP address 192.168.0.11. So that is just only an example. So add host, then the host record match.name.com was successfully created. So click on the OK button, and then click on done. So here the zone name, or the host name that we already created was already here. The type and the data, which is the IP address of the um, host. So since we already completed the forward lookup zone, we have to configure now the reverse lookup zone. So in order for us to configure the forward lookup zone, we have to click on reverse lookup zone, and then select this one, which is the one that is one you want to configure, and then new pointer, or the new pointer. Here you will be prompted the IP address and then the host name. So in order for us to or in order for us to locate the host name that we created earlier, you need to click on browse, and then server, then forward lookup zone, and this one is the um, zone name that we already created earlier, and then the host name, and then okay, and then click OK. So that is already created, then click OK. So the pointer is already here, and then we need, in order for us to check the if there is a connectivity on the um, host name, or the um, the host name that we already created, we need to launch the NS lookup. In order for us to launch the NS lookup, you need to select the server and then right click and then select on launch NS lookup. Here we need to this one we need to go to the one that we already created, which is mats.name.com. mats.name.com. Then there is the already the name of this the website or the host name, and then the IP address that we associate the host name. So that's it, the config, or that's how to configure the DNS server. Thank you for watching and have a great day.